Well, we had auditioned thousands, several thousand young women across America were put on tape. I must have met, I don't know, 100 or more 12-year-old girls. We began to realize that we could not find a 12-year-old girl who could, A, do the stuff from The Exorcist, or B, that I didn't feel would be affected by it later in her life. And that was a great concern of mine. So we started to look for 16-year-old girls and 15-year-olds who looked younger. Nobody. And one day when I felt that the film could not be made, I was in my office at 666 Fifth Avenue in New York. Yes, I swear to God. And that's where our production office for The Exorcist was, and where I edited the film. That address no longer exists. Some genius figured out what it meant. But anyway, my assistant buzzed me and said, there's a woman out here named Linda Blair, and she's brought her 12-year-old daughter with her. She doesn't have an appointment. Would you see her? And I said, okay. She came in. The minute she came in the door, I knew it was her. She sat down with her mother, and I said, Linda, you know anything about The Exorcist? And she said, yeah, I read the book. I said, you did? Yeah. I said, well, what's it about? She said, well, it's about a little girl who gets possessed by a devil, and she does a whole bunch of bad things. And I said, well, like what things? And she said, well, she hits her mother across the face, and she pushes a man out of her bedroom window, and she masturbates with a crucifix. I looked at her mother, was smiling. I said, do you know what that means? She said, what? I said, like, to masturbate. He said, yeah, it's like jerking off, isn't it? I looked at her mother. I said, have you ever done that? And she said, sure, haven't you? And I hired her. I never auditioned her. That was it. But I knew that she was a straight-A student in Westport, Connecticut. She was showing horses at the age of 12 and winning blue ribbons at Madison Square Garden. She was totally together, and her mother wanted her to do it. She was with an agency that represented children, and they sent us maybe somewhere between 30 and 50 young girls, not her. She had never acted. She'd only done modeling, you know, like those dresses you see in the newspaper, little girls modeling them. But she was handed to us by the movie guy when I thought we couldn't cast the picture.